Hi guys, and welcome back to Jay's Trucking TV channel. Today's video is going to be very short. It's just going to be about a few tips on pre-planning a trip. When you're planning a trip, the first thing you have to know is the distance between your location to your destination. Second, you have to look at its your hours of service, and third, your fuel level. Once you get your destination to where you're going, look at your hours of service. Once you know how many hours you got for the trip, let's say we're looking at a 1,500-mile trip. Let's say you just come back from a 10-hour reset. Then you have a whole entire day, a whole entire brand new shift to work on this trip. Like I said, then look at your fuel level. If you have a full tank of fuel, then you don't have to worry about stopping anytime soon. Now you have a 1,500-mile trip. You got 11 hours per day. You could travel, if your truck runs about 65 miles per hour, which is mainly what a lot of big branded companies have them at. You could travel about 60 to 63 miles per driving distance within 1 hour. In the first 1 hour, 2 hours, you're gonna make about 120 miles. In 4 hours, you're gonna make about 240 miles. And so it goes on and on. If you could travel about 700 miles per 11 hours driven, then for the next day you already know that you're gonna have another 700 that you're gonna be able to drive. Now, how do you know if you're able to do this? First thing you have to look at it's know where you're gonna take a break. Know your weather condition, road conditions. Know if you're gonna go through a place that consists of a lot of mountains. Like for example, on the west side of the nation, it's nothing but straight up mountains. Know around the time you're gonna be in major cities, major highways. The way you could actually find that out, you pretty much just go to your maps, look at your location, look where you're going to, actually have an idea which highways you're gonna take. Also, if you don't know which truck stop will be coming up and you want to have an idea, you guys could download from smartphone the App Store. You could actually download My Pilot, Flying J. You could download Loves. You could download TA. These are pretty much the three, and Petrol. Though Petrol it's associated with TA, just like My Pilot is actually associated with Flying J. So once you download these apps, as you're running down the highway, you can actually know which one it's going to be closer to you, the exit, the address, how long it will take you to get there. Check that out. Plan your rest stops. Another thing is, if you're driving, you're getting close to your 11th hour. Within 2 hours, like around the 9th hour, you can actually start planning where it's going to be the next major truck stop within 2 hours away from your location. You can look that up. Just put drive up there, do your other 10-hour reset. I mean, that's part of that's the way I normally plan the trip. Another thing is, before I go, I actually look at the radar. If it's going to be raining, if it's going to be snowing, if it's going to be cold, where we could get ice on the road. This app is called Live Radar app, and it will show you everything as you're driving down the highway. For example, over the road drivers, we actually go from one state to another. Every state is different. One night you could be in the desert, the next morning you could be down in all the way up in hills. Like I said, it changes a lot, so it is very important to have a radar app. If you don't have a CB radio that's constantly telling you what's the weather looking like, what to expect. Follow these tips, and believe me, you are going to be pretty successful. You're actually going to make your trip a lot easier, and you're not going to be expecting surprises as you're driving down the road. Like I said, just follow these tips. Truck stops, like I said, truck stops are very important to know where exactly they're at. If if you're the driver that likes to take a break every 4 hours, then as you drive down the road, you more or less will actually know when you're gonna need a rest. Open up one of the apps. Look where the nearest truck stop is at. Normally, where there's a Flying J, there's a Pilot, and there's a Love's. And there's also TA. So basically, on every exit that you go to with a major truck stop, there's either all the truck stops right there, or a couple of miles down the highway you're actually gonna see the rest of the truck stops. So it's not a big deal. Another app that will actually help you out, as far as weigh stations too, you need to plan. If you get pulled over for a random inspection, it's an app called Trucker Path. That app is actually pretty good. I've used it plenty of times. It will pretty much tells you if the screws are open, if they're closed, if they're doing inspection. Download that app. Like I said, these apps that I'm giving you guys, these are very good apps, and it will help you out a lot. Like I said, another thing is, if you guys know that you guys cannot make it, or if you guys can make it, that it's only up to you. You don't have your dispatch telling you, oh no, yeah, you're gonna have to make it, or you can make it, because at the end of the day, the dispatch is behind the computer, behind the phone, while you're over there behind the steering wheel. So it's your call to get there safe and not to screw up anything. Remember, at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to make it there safe, to make sure the load gets there safe. It doesn't matter what dispatch tells you. They're not with you. They don't know what's going on, but only you. So if you don't feel safe, don't do it. And if you're gonna deny a load, just make sure you have a reason why to, and explain to them why you're refusing to the load. That's gonna look good on you. And if, as I mentioned in my last video, if they decide that they want to punish you or fire you or not give you any loads or treat you differently from refusing a load, just know that there are laws that will back you up. And as long as you have everything as proof, you're gonna be alright. And like I'm always saying, just remember one thing: no load, it's worth your life. Be safe out there.